going on?
I just saw it from across the road. I was just walking past and I just thought it looked really interesting. It's a really nice idea. I've not seen something like this before. I think death sometimes is a thing that's not really talked about. So to see something that's portrayed like this for people to express their feelings is really good.
I pass it every day on my way to the station, so I looked up the bone graveyard and read about the history that it used to be where all of the sort of homeless and prostitutes and so on used to be buried, and since then it's sort of become a bit of a shrine for the lost or people who feel a little bit misplaced in society.
Ladies of the Night, unmarked graves and their children. It's like sad.
Okay.
And when I started a long time ago, they were saying that there was some ghost coming to the wooden flogger because the chair was moving. Remember, Angie?
Shut up.
No, but it's very
It's sad, isn't it? At the end of the day, they're human beings and they shouldn't just have ribbons and whatever. Okay, this is an old graveyard, and there's lots of, well, not graveyard, a dumping ground for poor people who possibly didn't have enough money and children to pay for a proper funeral. And it was all discovered when they had the Jubilee line, all the skeletons and things. And we just wanted to try and turn it into a nice spot where people could come. We need more green spaces in London, so here I am, just sort of enjoying the peace and tranquility. I hope it stays, but they'll probably build something on it eventually.
I think we're getting better. I still think it's a massive taboo subject to some extent, and I think that people feel that there's a prescribed formula for how you're supposed to deal with bereavement and loss and death.
I actually think it's more of a taboo subject than it used to be, and the reason for that is I think that when the country had lower life expectancy and people died at a much younger age, there was more conversation about it, and there was generally across society a greater belief in the afterlife. So I think it was less of a taboo than it is now.
I don't put much thought in how I want to be, if I want to be buried or cremated or something like that. But I'm not scared of it, and I do talk about my own death. Yes.
Funnily enough, I did. I think because I experienced something last year when my grandma passed away, and it's sort of like you don't really think about it, and then you're like, one day it's all going to end. And I think it's something that's not really talked about much, and it's a bit of a weird feeling because no one really knows what's going to happen.
Nah, it's just beginning.
Life begin at 50, so we're just 101 Dalmatian because he's younger than me, so we're 101 Dalmatian. Yeah. No.
You better have a sherry, madam.
I don't want to talk. Yep, I have had lots of thoughts about my own end of life. I think partly because both my parents died very young, so it's made me think about it perhaps more than most people. So on a practical level, all the paperwork is in place, but I am a Christian and I believe in eternal life, so I actually see my physical death as just a move from one type of life to another.
Have any belief system?
Yeah, I'm actually a Muslim, so I do believe that there is something after death, but obviously sometimes, because I actually study medicine as well, so sometimes learning about science as well, I do have times where I'm like, is there something? But yeah, you never know.
I think we'll meet again. Cats, dogs, animals, people, everybody. We'll all meet again somehow.
My thought is the good people will have another life. I think this is a test for all the human beings. So if you pass the test, you will have another life. If you are not, you won't have another life. This is the only thing.
I'll do. I'm very spiritual.
As I'm Catholic, I think,
I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
I believe there is. You live on.
Yeah.
I've gone cold, so I'm talking the truth. No, I do. I get goose pimples. No, I do. I go really cold.
I'm going to record you as you walk off now from behind.
Oh, I'm
Okay, have a cigarette.
Like your cigarette, actually. That would be good as a little parting shot.
Oh, I need champagne about a cigarette. Bye. Bye. Oh, no, that is sad, isn't it? Oh, you've made me really think, man. I'm